Welcome to another episode of Safe Insight. I'm Alexis Chastain, and today we're going to be talking about fall prevention and safety. First, I'd like to check in with Walker Thisted, who recently joined Power Construction on one of their job sites.
So the first phase is all the concrete up to street level, which we're at right now. We actually have the structural steel crew that's going to be coming in within the next week. So everything up to the 14th floor is structural steel from here on out. You guys ever been up in a core?
I have not.
All right. Yeah, so one of the cool things that MEP Construction put into place is they put into place this grate system where they charge the rebar and where they ultimately pour the wall. Previously, a lot of companies, concrete companies, would use a flap system. So they would have basically plywood on hinges. You would open that up, you would charge the rebar, you would pour the wall. The problem with that safety-wise is everybody is then exposed to a fall hazard and you would have to be tied off. So they went ahead and they developed this grate system, which is actually pretty good. You can walk on it, you can work on it. And what they did is, you can see in the middle, they have left open about a 6-inch hole, which basically allows them to put a hose down there and pour that wall. Nobody needs to be fall protected, anything like that, because this grate system works as that. And it makes production, safety, quality, all that, that much better.
How long does it take you to pour and do a raise to the next level of the platform?
I believe that they are on a 6-day cycle with the core right now, so they'll have it all framed and poured, and then jack up the system to the next floor within 6 days. Obviously, there's a lot of big duct work, the air handling units, everything like that. So in the past, we've had a lot of problems, fall protection issues, things like that. So basically what we did is we designed vertical lifelines that were actually coordinated with the BIM modeling. We trained all the foremen that we would believe need to use these, especially the MEP guys and their subcontractors. Another thing that's great about this system is it's going to stay in place now for facilities management, and they'll be able to use this for any time that they have to maintain the systems.
Now I'm here with Chad from SpotR, a sensor platform that measures trips, slips, and falls. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having us. Excited to be here.
Well, can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about SpotR?
Sure. Yeah, so SpotR is the name of our new product that we've just launched. The company is called Triax Technologies, and we are a wearable sensor manufacturer that tries to innovate and build products to make our world safer. And what this product does is it adds visibility, a layer of visibility and communication to the job site, which didn't exist before. So basically what we have is a sensor that gets over a year of battery life. Wow. The worker never charges it. They never turn it on. There's a no on-off switch, detects motion, turns on. All they have to do is make sure they're wearing it. Wow. So what this sensor can do is it has an automated alert for a slip, trip, or fall. In addition to the automated alerts, this also has a push button alert, so almost like a panic button, where a worker can trigger a call for help to a supervisor, whether they are, let's say, they saw someone fall or they saw someone get hurt in a different way. They communicate instantly to the trailer and say, hey, I need help on the 3rd floor. So this is some of the data coming off a live site in Connecticut right now. So the first thing we communicate is how many workers are currently on site. This is obviously really important for just managing the progression of your job, but also from a safety side, if there was a injury or a collapse or something and I need to do an evacuation or account for everyone on the site, I know who's there. Today, when you go on most sites, it's really kind of hit or miss if they know who's there. There's still a lot of manual process in place, and so we're trying to automate a lot of that. But on the safety side, what we call is basically the news feed for your safety events. Anytime an alert comes off the sensor, whether that's an automated alert or a push button alert, it pops up in the news feed. It also sends a text message to the safety supervisor on site or someone back at corporate. So now you're documenting, hey, something happened here, that this worker potentially had a fall. You can click in to get some more information about it, the specific time, the height of the fall, so relatively small, 2 foot, and then anything that happens to their sensor will be stored under their profile. So whether they're calling for a safety alert or they fell down, that's where each worker's profiles is stored.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Chad. And thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Safe Insight. Click to subscribe and see more at builtworlds.com.